I think I speak for a lot of Hololive fans when I say that we've been waiting for a Hololive rhythm game for a long time, and it's not just us. Matsuri was also on stream saying that it was Yago's dream even back in the early days, hence Hololive Dreams. And now it's here. And honestly, it's pretty much what we expected and more. This is Chad for Game8, and let's get into it. So, Hololive Dreams tells the story of the Hololive talents' dreams, of having a place where they can be together all the time and just hang out and have fun. And so they do what any regular group of friends do, get an island and turn it into a VTuber theme park. Man, Hololive has that much money? And so we follow the members of Hololive as they turn this empty island into their very own holo paradise. The story isn't really a big focal point of the experience, it's there to give the game some context and set up situations where we can behold, as the OGs of the anime space would call it, cute girls doing cute things. The script itself is lighthearted and does a good job of giving us a small glimpse of the talents and their charms. Everyone is in character and no one feels unnatural. Yep, no one at all. Absolutely no one. Not a single one. The chapters show us the Holomem's journey of building this dream island and the talents' journey of finding out what would be good to build on the island, what represents them. There are some good fan service and callbacks here and there, especially in what they eventually decide to build. As a fan, it's a nice little touch. We also have the whole gang from Gen 0 to Regloss, EN to ID, with Justice and Flowglow possibly coming in a major update down the line. The gameplay obviously takes center stage with the rhythm game portion. So Hololive Dreams gives us a fairly typical mobile rhythm game experience. If you've played anything from Idolmaster, Prosecca, Bandori, then you'd be pretty familiar with this bit. You've got your simple notes, holds, slides, and flicks on a note highway. Your score is not only dependent on your mechanical performance, but also on how well you built your unit consisting of holomems. Hololive Dreams executes this well. It doesn't do anything new with the format, but getting the basics down is all you need for a fun experience. If there's anything that I can nitpick about this portion of the game, it's the calibration process. I kinda wish we could choose a song to test our calibration in the menu so that we can get a real feel of our settings. The current way you test your settings feels lacking, and I do hope that gets included in a later update. You can also play songs with multiple people. It's not exactly competitive, but more of a group work. You and 4 other players share a score and you all try to get as far in the scoreboard as you can. Multi-lives also net you more materials and event points in the event of an event. It also lets you connect to the community in a small way. A fellow Subatomo added me the other day. It's not much, but it does let you feel connected to the community in some little way. What Holodori does differently, however, and what makes them unique, is everything else surrounding the rhythm game portion. We get an RPG type exploration portion where you can roam around the island and accept quests and progress the story. As you progress the story, you also unlock a bunch of mini-games. This gives you something else to do other than the main rhythm game section, which I appreciate. Jump roping, for instance, is very addictive, and I can't help but want to aim for a higher score on it every time. The mini-games also have multiplayer functionality. The mini-games aren't here just because. They're also a way for you to get various materials that you'll either need for character upgrades or materials for building new facilities during the main story. You also open up holo work at some point where you can assign members to tasks. Once they complete it, they'll come back with materials. This runs passively and even when you're not playing, so you can get materials even when you're away from the game. Speaking of character upgrades, I have never seen a mobile rhythm game have a fairly in-depth skill tree system. Of course, you have the usual level up system where you can increase a card's level, which increases that card's performance. But we also have a character skill tree which gives you stat increases and bonuses to one character, and it applies it to all of that character's cards. These bonuses are divided into categories like leader skills, which apply if a character is the leader of your unit, member, which applies if you're a member of a certain character, song bonus, which applies when playing a song featuring your character, and overall, which are just, well, overall stat boosts. The only thing that's a little off for me with this system is the member skills, which feels a little pay to win, but then again, it's a gacha game, so... Other than that, the skill tree is really cool and provides another means of progression that sets it apart from other mobile rhythm games. The gacha is also not bad. You're given a choice of 5-star at the start, plus a random 4-star and 3 random 3-stars. Re-rolling is also made easy with a simple in-game button. No uninstalling and reinstalling the game here. The gacha rate for the 5-star is 5%, which is really generous considering other gachas would usually have 3% or 1% or god help you, point something percent for the highest tier. You're also given the option to choose your preferred 5-star, which bumps up their acquisition rate just by a little bit. The visuals. Oh man, the visuals on this is also top notch. I don't gotta say anything more other than look at these cute little chibi holos. They're adorable. They also have some pretty expressive facial animations. And swapping to another holomem as your main also changes the UI to be more in theme with that character. Of course, the card art is also chef's kiss. The 5-star card art is gorgeous and I wouldn't mind getting prints or posters of some of them. Also, shout out to that guy who called me out in our shorts. I have Choco-sen now, by the way, thank you. Cover, I need to see some of those next time I go to the Hololive shop. The island facilities are also designed with the holomems in mind and make the island feel very Hololive. So much personality is embedded in the visuals of this game and it's very endearing. As expected of a rhythm game, the music is just top notch. You have a lot of choice for songs as they include 150 at launch and they just keep adding more. You get songs like the classic Shiny Smiley Story, original solos like Mogu Mogu Yummy, and even covers like Yusha from the Free Ren soundtrack. Just recently, they added Hot Duck and Renai Circulation among others for the event, and new songs are still coming. Even the music for when you're roaming around the island is pretty enjoyable and can get fairly earwormy. However, story portions aren't fully voiced, which is something it lacks compared to its competitors. So, Hololive Dreams. It truly is a dream come true. I'm sure most of the Holo fans would have been happy with just having the rhythm game portion and the progression system surrounding that. But cover and quality art gave us more. We get explorations, side quests, mini games, really great and cute visuals, amazing audio, and a relatively generous gacha system. We have some complaints like wanting more QOL for the calibration system, lacking fully voiced portions for the story bits, member skills being a little pay to win, or the fact that it's not friendly to non-Windows OSs for PC. But for the Hololive fan, this is just chef's kiss. And so, we're giving Hololive Dreams an 88. That's all we have for Hololive Dreams. So tell us what your thoughts are. How's the game treating you? From a scale of Noelle and Riona to Bibu, how was your luck with the gacha? Tell us in the comments below. Thanks for watching, like if you like, subscribe for more video game reviews and other video game related content. This has been your Game8 Subatomo Chad, and we hope to see you in the next video.